Hello everyone, this is Lisa from Zinc Fence, and we are 30 years factory in the land of the welding mesh fences, and you can see any kinds of fences in our website. Here is our website, and you can check it to find one you may interested. Here is our email address. If you have any requests, you can contact us, and we can send you more designs and more our ideas about your fences and your requirements. Now, today we will mainly to introduce you this product is Gabion. This is kind of woven Gabion, and it's mainly used in the seaside and in the riverside to avoid the waters come over to make some damage. And you can see we have a small box here. This one is made woven by a PVC coated wire. Also, it have another kind is galvanized. You can see here is a galvanized one. For this one we have three types of it. The first one is Gabion box. We also named it Gabion basket. The second one is Gabion mattress. The only difference between it with the Gabion box is the height. The height for the Gabion mattress is only max 0.5 meters, and the most popular size is with a height of 0.3 meter. And the third type is Gabion meshes. It's with a roll type, and to make it around 50 meters length. And if you have any request, you may to roll over it and to cover the length you wanted to put it. First, we will to instruct in the sizes for this mesh. You can see we have 3 diameters for this mesh. Here is we code to make the whole size. We code is mesh size is mesh wire, and here you can see we have a slivage wire. And to fix the slide wire with the mesh, we have a tie wire. And the wire diameter for it for the tie wire is popular with 2 mm or 2.2 mm. For the slivage wire is thinner than the mesh wire and is the most thinking one. It will be 3.4 mm. For the mesh wire, the popular size is 2.7 meter. The popular size is 2.7 mm. But for the PVC coated one, the most popular size is 3 mm, and for the slivage, we can make it 4 mm. For the tie wire, it also can be 2.2 or 2.5 mm. For the whole size, you can see it's just like a hexagonal shape, so it's also called heavy hexagonal mesh. And to make the meshes to bending and to fix with 2 small places and to fix it like a box. The Gabion size for the mesh, the popular size is 60 by 80 mm, and the bigger one we can make is 80 by 100 mm. The most bigger one is 100 by 120 millimeters. Of course, any whole sizes can be made as your requirement. And if you have any requests, special with this whole size, such like some of our clients require a whole size with 70 by 90 millimeters, is a little bigger than the 60 and the 80 millimeters. All kinds always okay for us, and we have different modes on the machines to make a different sizes and with a whole different whole size. You can see here is the Gabion. The Gabion is mainly structured with 3 parts. This one is a little small part to fix it with the mesh wire by a tie wire. And you can see here on the another side is also another small part to fix with the mesh wire. You can see here is the 4 sides on the both sides and on the bottom and top. This is a 1 piece of meshes, and to fix the slivage wire on the 2 ends to fix it much more stronger, and these 3 sides just bending it to make it like a box. Sometimes, if you require a length is more than 2 meters, we may have a departure in the center to separate to two cells. And now you can see here we have a very smaller Gabion box sample. For this part, you can see here is the slavage wire. You may consider about that what is the use for this one. This is a very strong and the most zinc wire to fix all the machines like the shape such like a square shape or like a rectangle shape. This one is mainly to support it and not flatten or not easy for make it out of shape, and to make the Gabion is much more stronger after we have filled the stones full of this Gabion. Of course, when we finish the production for the Gabions, we will fill all of it and will insert it like a Gabion bed. The cap, this type of cap, will be open. We will pack all the meshes to a size of 2 meter by 1 meter bundles to punch it and to make it a bundle for easy loading and unloading. After you get the goods, you can open the bundle and to get a box to pull off and to make it like the shape you wanted. Then this cap you can open it to fill with the big or stones, to fix with the big or small stones. Then you can cover the cap and tie it with the tie wire. We always fill in the container around 2% tie wires. We always load in 2% weight of the total meshes for the tie wire for you to make it cover with the caps. Okay, now we have finished the instruction for the PVC coated one. Here is our galvanized one. For the galvanized one, it's nearly same structure with the PVC coated. Just the wire is just like a silver color, and the mesh wire is also 3.7 is the popular size. If you require a thicker such like 3 meters is okay. If you like a thinner one such like 2.5 is also okay. But for the tie wire, we usually use it 2 millimeter or 2 millimeter or 2.2 millimeter. For the slavage wire, it's always be 3 millimeter or 3.4 millimeter. For the Gabion size, we can make it any sizes of your requirement. As I said, the Gabion box is with a height more than 0.5 meter, and the length can be 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, 4 meter, and the maximum length we can make it 8 meter. Any length can make as your requirement. And if the Gabion box length is more than 2 meters, we will suggest that you have 1 or more departures in the center to make it 1 meter 1 cells. That means if you have a 6 meter Gabion size, maybe here is 5 departures to make it separated to 6 1 meter cells. And for the Gabion box, the width we mainly make it to 0.5 meter or 1 meter. If you have a more bigger or smaller requirement for the width, it's okay for us. For the height, popular is with a 1 meter height. If you want a more height, we suggest it is one box is 1 meter, and if you require another 1.5 meter extra, maybe another box to put onto this box. This is to keep the structure of the Gabion box is like a rectangle shape, and it won't be easy out of shape. But when the height is more than 1 meter, then it may be a little out of control and easy for out of shape. And the first one is for the Gabion box. The second one is the Gabion mattress. As said, the Gabion mattress, the height is max 0.5 and the popular size is 0.3 meter. For the length, the most popular is 4 meters, 6 meters, or 8 meters. If you require a shorter one or a longer one, all is available. For the welded, we can make it 1 meter, 2 meter, or 3 meter. The most popular size is with a welded of 3 meters. All cuts, all the sizes, all the welding meter, all the whole size can be made as your requirement. For the Gabion mesh, for the Gabion mesh in rows, every size is available for you. The only difference with is that's without any tie wires or any slide wear wires. It's just a Gabion mesh is to make a row to shape to you. And final, the surface treatment for this one is PVC coated or garnet. But the PVC coated is a little different to the other fences of our land. And other fences just PVC coated. We also named it powder coated after wear or two welded. But this one, the wear we purchase is with the PVC coated, and the thickness for this PVC coated is thinner than the normal PVC coated to the pulses. So the anti-rust effective is also very good for this kind. For the zinc coating, we have three levels. The first one is the normal garnet. The zinc rate is around 40 to 60 grams per square meter, and the second one is high zinc coating. The zinc rate will be around 200 grams per square meter. The third one is zinc aluminum wires, and we also call it Gabion wires, and there is around 12% to 10% aluminum materials in the wires. It is mostly anti-rust, and it can be used a very longer time. Even pour this mesh into the sea, it will be instant around more than 5 or 10 years. So we have finished the instruction for the Gabion box, and the packing will be all in bundled, and also we will have an extra around 2% tie wire for you to fix the caps with the meshes. Okay, thanks for your attention to our live channel. I have just finished our introduce for the Gabion meshes. The next way the related products is Blessable. So let's go. Hi guys, welcome back to our live channel, and here we have changed a sample on the table. You can see this is renamed Blessable. This one is mainly also used in the seaside or even in the wall. Many armies will maybe need it for in the wall and for safety. Now I will introduce the details of it. And you can see here we have the sample. It's a very small sample, but the normal goods will be very good, and the normal goods will be very high and with a very big size. This one is a flexible mesh, and you can see here can be auto shape like this one. In this, it will be very easy for transportation and for the carrier. This is also used to fill with some sand or some grasses to make it fix on the ground. And you can see here is no cap and no bottom on this mesh. So if you want to use it, and the products may be like this when you got from the pallet or in the container, it may be like this shape. If you want to use it, you can pull it, and to make it like this one, then it will be finished. And to use some machine to put some sand in it to fix it. After you use it and you want to remove it, to use a machine to pull it off. And you can see here is no bottom. So all the sand will be out of this mesh, and to remove it very easy and very quick. This one is mainly used by a welded mesh with springs and with this cloth. This is non-woven cloth. And this one, the welded mesh, is have two surface treatments. The first one is galvanized welded, then finished. And the second one is hot dipped galvanized after black welded. Then the zinc coating for it will be different. And for the zinc coating, we have two levels for the galvanized wire. It's electric. We have two levels for the galvanized wire. The first one is normal galvanized wire. The zinc coating would be around 40 to 60 grams per square meter. The second one is high zinc coating, and the zinc coating will be around 200 grams per square meter. Of course, the zinc coating for the hot dip galvanized after black wire welded will be very high. The highest zinc coating we can reach is around 400 or even to 500 grams per square meter. The clothes, we have different colors. You can see here is just like a brown yellow, and we also have a green, have a white, or other colors we can make it for you. Of course, here would be a little MOQ for you. If you want to know more news, and you can contact us for the details. For the specification of this clothes, it have three different specifications. The first one is different colors. You can tell us the colors you wanted. And the third one, the difference is for the specification is the weight. We all size the specification is with a different weight. The weight we normally can make is 200 grams per square meter and 250 grams per square meter. The third one we can make is 300 grams per square meter. Of course, if you want a stronger and to have a heavy one, we can make it as your requirement. For the spring, you can see here is the spring to fix the meshes together. And here the spring, the zinc coating is around 40 to 60 grams per square meter. Also can make it a high zinc coating around 200 grams per square meter. For the welding meter for it is around 4 millimeter or 4.5 millimeter. For the distance, we have two standards. First one is 25 millimeter and another is 50 millimeter. Of course, all the distance is made according to the hole size of the meshes. To fix it very easy. And you can see here for the wire diameter can be 4 millimeter or 4.5 It can be 4 millimeter or 4.5 millimeter or 5 millimeter. For the hole size, the most popular size is 75 millimeter by 75 millimeter. Of course, we also have a little class which required is 100 millimeter by 100 millimeter. And you can see here for the link. For the length, we can make is various kinds of lenses at your requirement. Also, even it's 15 meters, we can make that. For the width, the most popular size is 1 meter, 1.5, 2 meter. If you want a bigger size, it's also okay. For the height, the max height we can make is 2.5 meters. And if you want a higher or lower, if you want a higher or shorter length, if you want a longer, if you want a higher or shorter height, we all can make it according to you. And this one you can see a little different for the normal goods. Maybe this is one type. You can see one cell is just instructed by 4 panels with the closets. Sometimes if the width is too wide, and we may cut here to link the 2 panels with the spring to fix it in corner and for a easy packing and for a easy carrier. Normally this mesh is packed in pallets, which will be very easy for loading and unloading. Next, I will introduce you the processes of this mesh. First, we will buy all the materials, and especially for the wire. For the wire is for the mesh, for the springs, and the cloth is also bought as our requirement to a size which is suited for the cells. And for the wire, we will start the strengthen and cutting, then weld it. For the springs, we will make it to this shape by a machine according to our requirement, with a different wire diameter and with a different outside diameter and a different distance. Then after all the mesh panels and springs and the cloth is finished the production, we will install them to a whole system. You can see all the panels is linked by the springs. We will connect it with the springs one by one by our labels. Then when we finish the semi-finished products without cloth, we will cover the cloth into the cells, and to fix it by a special nail by the machine. It will be very quick and very easy for fixes. Then all the product for the mesh will be finished, and we will pack it to test all the quality and all the sizes. Then we will weigh the weight to confirm as our requirement. Okay, now following I will show you some details to show you the. Okay, next I will show you some details of the springs and the clothes. Okay, here we can see here is the spring. The spring distance is 25 mm and the outside diameter is 30 mm. This wire is 4 mm and for the wire for the mesh is 4.5 mm. Here is the link mode for the panels. You can see the springs just link the 3 panels as a whole set. And if you want to remove it, it may be difficult because we have fixed all the clothes on it to fix it very well. Okay, here, this part you can see this is the fixed mode with the clothes with our meshes. All the clothes is inside, and you can see here we have some cover off to cover the meshes to fix with a special nails. It's very easy and very stable. Okay, until now we have finished the introduce for our blast wall, and if you have any requests or any questions, you can contact us. Welcome for leave a comment on the bottom, and if you want to know more, you can click the link on the bottom for more news and for more information. The next I will show you is a little same structure with this one. It's also named welded Gabion. Okay, thanks for your attention again. Welcome to our live channel. I'm Lisa from Zinc Fence. Our main products is triangle bending fence, temporary fence, gabions, and chain fence, high security fence. We have kinds of fences in our factory and in our workshop. If you want to know more, and you can search our website to see more products and more details for your reference. Okay, I have just finished the introduction for our woven gabion, which is also named gabion box and the gabion basket. The second I have finished introduce is blast wool, which is much more popular in the seaside and in the wool. The third one I will introduce is our welded gabion. This is much more popular in European market. It's always used as a gabion, as a stone cage to decorate their gardens and any other places. You can see here is a very simple structure, and it's also very nearly like the blast wool. All the gabions is fixed with the meshes with springs. And you can see I will show you this sample. Here is our gabion box. We also named it the stone cage. because it's always filled with kinds of stones and kinds of color stones to make it very beautiful. And you can see here is the springs. This is named spring. To fix the panels, here we have 6 sides. It has a top and a bottom side to fill the whole box. I will show you first is the wire diameter. For this one, the most popular is 4 meter, 4.5 and 5 millimeter. The whole size is nearly 50. The popular hole size is 50 by 100 millimeter and 50 by 50 millimeter, 75 by 75 millimeter, 75 by 150 millimeter, 100 and 100 by 100 millimeter. You can see here is the hole size with 50 by 50 millimeters. It looks very good and very strong, right? Here is our spring. The spring wire is 4 millimeter or 4.5 millimeter. All the sizes can made as your requirement. The popular size we made is 2 meters and the width is 1 meter, height is 1 meter. If you want a 3 meter length or with a 2 meter length or 1.5 meter, and the height also can be 0.5 meter, 1.5 meter, 2 meter. All of the heights can made as your requirement. And for the surface treatment, you can see here is a garnet wire. It looks very good and with a silver color. Also, we can make it PE coated, but less people require the PE coated. Almost all our clients in European like the color like this. It's just garnet. And here for the wire, for the raw materials, we have 4 levels. The first one is black wire. If you want the garnet, then we can use the black wire. Then after welded, make the hot dip garnet. The zinc coating for it will be more than 400 grams per square meter, and the use life can be extended more than 20 years. The third one is normal garnet. The zinc coating can be 40 to 60 grams per square meter. The third one is high zinc coating. The zinc rate will be around 200 grams per square meter, and the first one we can make it a Gabion wire welded. It also is a same effective for the anti-rust with the high zinc coating wire, or maybe better. So some clients for reduce the cost compared to the hot dip garnet kind, some clients will require the Gabion wire welded mesh gabions. And you can see here we have gabion. I will show you how to install and how to fix it. You can see we have a spring. Of course, when you get the meshes, all the panels will package in a pallet, and all the springs will separated package in a pallet. So you have get the panels and the springs to fix it together. I will show you simple, and you can see here is the spring. Just turn it off. You can see in this way very quick we can remove the springs out of this gabion. Of course, when you make the installation, to be careful and to remember where a glove is, or maybe the wire is too sharp, you can damage yourself. And you can see here we have removed a spring like this. The outside diameter of the spring is around 30 millimeter. The distance between it can be 25 millimeter and 25 millimeter and 50 millimeter. All the distance can be made according to the hole size for a easy installation. And you can see after remove this, we don't have springs and on the another 2 sides. Then we can open the cap of this gabion like this. Of course, if you just install the meshes, you should to install the mesh just like this, and to fill into the stones you wanted to put it in. And to make it full of stones, Then you can shake it to make it no more spaces and to fix and to cover the cap, to fix the cap by the springs, to fix it like this way, and very easy and very quick. I won't try it for you because we have more to show you. You can see for our sample we have a departure in the center. Because this is just a small sample, so have a departure here maybe not looks very good. But when you have a Gabion box is longer than 2 meters, then maybe a departure for you is better, because more than 2 meters with the stones fill in, then maybe the Gabion box will easy out of shape, and with a structure to fix it very tight, and the Gabions will be all good with any kinds of stones in it. Of course, it's same installation, it's same fixed way to fix the departure with the meshes, and it can be just with this 2 sides or with 4 sides. Here is the front one, back one, bottom and top. You can all fix it with the springs to keep the Gabion box very strong. Of course, if you want to put different colors, maybe first you can put some white stones, and in this part you can put some black one, then black one, white one. This will be make the Gabions with many different kinds of stones to make it looks very good and very beautiful. Also, this is just use it as a stone cage to decorate your garden, or to make it like a wall to circle your gardens. Sometimes our clients also use it like a chair on the road to put a piece of wooden on it. You can sit down and it will be very strong, and no need to worry about sliding down. And the second way to use it to fix with some plants. You can see here is just like a box. If you have a center one, a little smaller one, maybe a little 100 millimeters smaller or 150 millimeters smaller than the size you required, and to fix it also like a square to put into it. Put the stones on the round side, on the side, to fill the stones on the 4 sides. Then on the center there is a square place is empty. We can pour some sand and put a grout into it to make it like to use it as a bowl to support our plants and to support our flowers or some trees, and it's very popular in Germany. So now this product is much more and more popular in Europe to decorate your park and to decorate any gardens. Okay, we have introduced you the application of it and the structure and how to install and uninstall it. Now the last one we will introduce is for the progresses of the production. It's very simple because all the meshes with the springs is produced separated. And first we will buy the raw materials of the wires. After we get it, we will check all the wire diameters and zinc coating to check whether it suits our meat. And then we will cut and strengthen the wires to make it welding to the meshes. Then the production for the meshes may be over. Then the production for the meshes may be finished. If you require is a hot dip garnish after black wire welded, then maybe we'll send it to the garnishing factory to make the garnish. After we get it back, we will check all the points to check whether there is any sharps maybe damage your skin and to deal it. At the same time, we will bending the wires to the springs shape. After we get that, and we will pack it in 20 or 50 pieces per bundle, then pack it in pallet or pack it in bulk. The mesh panels will be loaded as a pallet, and we will pack it in a wooden pallet, which is much more popular, which would be much easier for loading and unloading. If you require a lower quantity, we may ship it to fill with other goods in the port. And if you want a bigger size of it, which cannot be packed into the pallet, so maybe we will suggest you to loading it in bulk. In the bulk, we can load in more and have a lower cost for the packing, but you should consider about your cost. But you should consider about your unloading cost. Maybe it will be very difficult for unloading and to have a more cost. Okay, until now I will finish the introduction for the welded Gabion. So next product will introduce it to. So next product we'll introduce to you is our Gabion wall, which with a post with filled stones to make it like a wall of your gardens. Hi guys, this is Lisa from Zinc, and we have just finished the introduction for our woven Gabion blast wall welded Gabion, and this is another kind of welded Gabion, but we call it stone wall or Gabion wall. This is use a post. You can see a post with the meshes, and the mesh is with a PE coated. Because we can make it the garnets wire welded or hot dip garnets after black wire welded. And here we have a sample here. It's just a smaller sample. The biggest size we can make it 2 meter length with a 100 millimeter or 200 or 300 millimeter radius. The height can be as your requirement, but the most popular size is 0.5 meter, 1 meter, 1.5, and 2 meter. You can see here is the mesh panels to fix it with as a Gabion box, and the radius for this is very shorter, because this is just as a stone wall to circle your garden, and it needn't to be too wide. And here you can see we have 2 posts on the end. This is a garnet too. We also can make it as a powder coated. This one is H-type post, and this one is a U-shaped post. Here is the mesh. You can see the whole size is very smaller, because as the decorative Gabion wall with the stones will be very smaller than the Gabion box, the big stones, to make the Gabion wall is very beautiful. And to fill in with different colors of Gabions is available. Also, you can make different shapes by different colors of stones, such like a blue, or like a river, or such like a flower. All is available for you. And here you can see the mesh is PE coated. The wire diameter is 5 mm. Also, we can make it 4.5 mm or 6 mm as your requirement. It can be stronger or it can be thinner. The whole size the popular whole size is 50 mm by 100 mm. Of course, if you want a bigger or smaller whole size, all is available. But this is the very competitive one, because with a bigger whole size, the stones will be much more big, and the colors for the big stones may be very small and very difficult to find it may be very difficult to find the suitable stones as your requirement. If the whole size comes to be smaller, the cost for this mesh will be very high and will be not compatible. Also, we have 3-link mode for this mesh. You can see here we just use a C-nail to fix the 2 panels together. It's a little flexible, like this, it can rim a little, but after you fill all the stones, it will. And another side and another clip, you can link it like this one. This is also a steel clip. It's just like the nail or the razor wire, but a little bigger and communicate with it. Here another one you can use is same like the welded Gabion. It's a spring wire. You can link the two meshes by the spring wire to fix it. Very good. Of course, for different nails and for different clamps, we have different tools for you. All the kinds of the tools is available for you for all the installation. And for this one, with this one, is tied by a stamp or by a plastic wire. You can fix it with the panels by an electric machine. It will be much more quickly and much more easily for fix it by this kind of tool by hand. Okay, here is the PE coated mesh. Also, we can make it galvanized wire welded or hot dip galvanized after black wire welded. We have different levels for the zinc coating. The first one is black wire welded, then hot dip galvanized. The galvanization will be around more than 400 grams per square meter. The zinc coating will be much higher to anti any rust, and it can be used longer, 20 years. And the second zinc loading is, and the second zinc level is normal zinc galvanized. The zinc coating will be around 30. The second level for the galvanization is 40 to 60 grams per square meter. Also, we have the third one is high zinc coating. The zinc coating can be more than 200 grams per square meter. The first one and the last one is our Gabion wire. We can make it welded, then with PE coated or PVC coated or no coated. It also can be used for a long time because there is some aluminum material in the wire. And here we have the color of black for this mesh. We also can make other colors such like white, black, gray, green. Any colors can make as your requirement, but for some difficult colors, we may have an MOQ for it. And for the posts, we have two shape posts. The first one is H post and the second one is U-shaped post. The different use for it is the difference between the two posts is for the shape and for the application. For the H post, we can use the panels on this side and on this side. It's used as a center post to fix the panels on the two sides. For the U-shaped post, we can use it as a start or as an end post because there is no part of mesh to fix. Just cover this mesh to close it, to close the stone wall for you. All the posts can with plant to fix it with entrance with the ground, and also you can require the cut or without plants. You dip it on the ground and to fix all the panels is very stable and stronger for interior stones. Surface treatment for the posts will be two kinds. The first one is just galvanized. The first one is hot dip galvanized after the black materials bending to the shape or welded to the shape. The second one is galvanized material, then PVC coated to any colors as your requirement. And you can see for the U-shape, it's use a steel plant bending to the shape of U-shape. And the H-post, we make it 3 pieces of steel plant to weld it to the shape of H-post to suit the mesh panels. Okay, we have introduced you the sizes, surface treatment, and the application for the stone wall. Now, here you can see this one may be only around 0.5 meter high. If you want a higher one and the bigger the sizes of the panels, we have a better suggestions for you. All the sizes now we can make it as a standard size, and you can see the panel height is around 0.5 meter. If you want to be a 1 meter, then we suggest you 2 meters to put it together to make a 1 meter height. And here is the enter top and bottom panels to separate it to 2 cells. In this way, the first advantage to make it like this way is to fix the Gabion wall much more stronger, because when you make a Gabion wall 1 panels to 1 meter length to 1 meter high, then maybe you have feel a lot of stone in it, and the center of the mesh may be out of shape to be very not stronger. So we suggest you just put an extra 0.5 meter panels to make another stone house, to make another stone cage. And if you want to make it 0.8 millimeter, we have another size is with a height of 0.3. If you want another sizes, then maybe we should talk about that and check if there is a very big quantity to make it, because to make this it will be very difficult and very hard to make all the panels very good. Okay, talking about the strength, and here is another 2 clamps is recommended to you. You can see this one is galvanized and this one is PVC coated. We call it a hook or tension bar. This one we use it to fix with the center. This is used to fix with the front and the back panels together to avoid any out of shape. You can see use like this. Push through the mesh panels, hook here, and to fix it. You can see the panels will fix very well, even there is a lot of stones in it, and to make it out of shape. This one can keep it just only. This one can keep the panels. This one can keep the panels still keep straight and very stronger. And here is the 2 surface treatment. This one is just a galvanized wire, and this one is PVC coated after galvanized wire bending. For the wire diameter, we make it 4 mm or 4.5 mm, much more stronger than this C-nail. And if you want a different length, you can. If you want a different length, we also can make it. Also, some class maybe require this for the corner, like this one, to make the corner much more stronger and to fix very well. Okay, we have finished the whole set of this panel with the different clamps and with different height and applications. So next one I will introduce you is the processes. After this, you may learn about that why we said the process for this is very difficult and very this process of the product why the processes of this product is very difficult. And you can see here we have many small panels. All the panels we will welded or big panels according to the sizes. Then we will cut the panels separated to 1 by 1, such like this smaller part, and this big part. Then we will leave the beside 2 wires to link the 2 panels together, and then we will send to the galvanization, make the hot dip galvanized or make the PE coated. You can see the panel on the top is really too small. This is only 100 mm radius. Even it's very long with a 1 meter or 1.5 meter, but this panel is too light. It's very difficult for the surface treatment of hot dip galvanized or PE coated, and the panel may be damaged when we make the surface treatment. So that's why we make these panels still link the beside 2 wire to link with the big panels. We will make the surface treatment and all the PE coated with this big mesh. Then after this, we will cut the two sides of the wires to separate it to a small pieces and the normal pieces. Then the cut point will as a working point. Then we will powder coat it. Then we will zinc spread it or painted it to the same color with the panels, make it anti-rust. So every process will need a lot of labors to make it together and to keep all the goods very well. And you may consider about that why we don't just garnish or PE coated the big panel then separated it. Because you can see here is many small hole size and many wires. If after hot dip garnish or after PE coated we cut all of them, there is many points maybe not coated by the powder or not coated by the garnishation. Then the cut part maybe will very easy for get rust. We reduce the mostly rust point on the wires, just leave 2 points here. So this can be make the panels much more longer. Even we have much more labor cost, we want to keep it with a very good and a perfect quality for all our clients. So that's why we have in this year been 13 years and we are still live here. And we are still have many clients in the whole world because we are really have to do everything to ensure the quality of our products. Then the last one will be the packing. All the panels and the posts will be loaded in the pallet or in bulk as your requirement. And as you see these small panels, if you require a pallet packing, we will pack the small panels with the big panels to separate it, but very easy for carrier. And the posts also, if you require a PVC coated, the post will be also covered by a bamboo film to avoid any damage on the PVC coated. And in pallet or in loading, all is as your requirement. Okay, the last point, very important. I'm Lisa from Gent Fence. Our main product is triangle bending fence, temporary fence, Gabion, and high circuit fence, chain link fence. If you have any requests, you can click on our website to check more products we can make and to learn more about our news. And here is our email address. If you have any requests, you can contact us at any time. We'd like to service you to give you more our professional suggestions and designs. Also, free drawings is available for you. If you have any doubt about our qualities, we can make a small sample like this to send to you to check all the qualities. I'm sure you will like it. Of course, the last important thing is follow us for the later live shows. I think you may like it. Okay, time fly. I have finished all the introduce for our products for the woven Gabion, welded Gabion, Gabion wool, and blessed wool. Any requests, you can contact us. See you!